EPCOT'S first festival of 2023 has begun with brand new food booths, lots of new dishes, and of course, art. Festival of the Arts is here, and we're bringing you the ultimate list of what you must try and how to score this year's exclusive Figment popcorn buckets. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Vlog. The 2023 Epcot Festival of the Arts, which you know we call farts, runs from January 13th through February 20th, 2023 with 16 food studios. Those are those food booths, including the new Modern and Figment's Inspiration Station. This Epcot Fest celebrates culinary, visual, and performing arts, so you'll see a lot more than just food around the park. Disney on Broadway performances once again return to the America Garden stage with shows 3 times nightly, 5:30, 6:45, and 8 p.m. You can catch performances from the stars of Disney Broadway productions like Newsies, Tarzan, The Lion King, Aladdin, Aida, and Mary Poppins. Lines can get long if you want to secure a seat for these shows, but we've got a tip coming up later in the video to help you guarantee a spot. You can catch live music, live painting, and acrobatics in the World Showcase Plaza. Be sure to look down for the Walking Chalk Art Gallery, where artists create gorgeous art pieces in chalk seen along the walkway from World Celebration towards World Showcase. If kids want to get in on the action, there's a kids' chalk art area on the bridge to World Showcase Plaza from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. There's also a paint by number wall mural again this year in World Nature, and you can hunt for animated characters throughout all the World Showcase countries in the chock full of character. Learn to draw Disney characters at the Animation Academy, offered at 12:30 p.m. daily at the America Gardens Theater, and step inside some classic works of art with 3D photo op frames throughout the park. Figment's Brush with the Masters scavenger hunt returns this year. For $9.99, you can grab a board and find each of the hidden figments around the park to collect a prize. And don't forget that merchandise. The infamous Figment popcorn bucket is back this year with a new strap design and luckily a mobile order option. Note, you must mobile order this bucket through the My Disney Experience app. You cannot line up for him this year and he may sell out, but at least there won't be 6-hour-long lines this year. What a waste of time. You'll also find Spirit jerseys, mugs, and a few other souvenirs to commemorate this year's festival. If you want the most in-depth information about Epcot's Festival of the Arts from the team you trust, that's us, we have a brand new for 2023 DFB Guide to Epcot's Festival of the Arts available over at dfbstore.com. It's packed with full-color photos, reviews, and pricing tips, and so much more to help you get the most out of your festival day. Like I said, we showed up, we ate, we conquered, we ate everything at every single booth, so we've got you covered. Our viewers get a special discount too. Just type in code YouTube at the checkout. Now, without further ado, let's get into that food. Here is our best of the fest for the 2023 Festival of the Arts. We're going to start with an Angry Crab, the Angry Crab at Modern. This is a new dish at that brand new booth for 2023. The new Angry Crab is seriously impressive. This is a whole crispy soft shell crab with green papaya salad, mango sriracha fluid gel, and coconut lime foam with pomegranate and mango crushed pearls, and is priced at $7.25. This was real crunchy, had a fishy taste as well, but that was not a bad thing, which was balanced out by the sweet mousse. The slaw was slightly acidic but not overpowering. Overall, this was a delicious dish we'd get again, so definitely consider it if you are a crab fan. Now, same booth, the pan-seared scallops. Not new to the fest, but they're joining the lineup at the new Modern booth. These were so good and beautiful. The texture was really nice with just a touch of chewiness, not too hard, not too soft. The scallop certainly dominates the flavors, but the purees add a nice vegetable touch that our reporter really enjoyed. It's light and delicious. And I said beautiful. $7.50. In 2022, we described the char siu pork bun as glorious. This year it was quite good once again. The pork was tougher this year than it had been in the past, and we do wish it had been served warmer, but the sauce was great. The bun was wonderfully light and fluffy. Overall, it was a yummy dish again. It hits our best of the fest notes. Delivers year after year, and we're glad it's back. It's $8.50 over at the Painted Panda in China. Now, this looks super fancy, and it kind of is, but it's not that expensive. The cast iron roasted PEI mussels from the Craftsman's Courtyard. Now, 3 points to you if you tell me in the comments what famous series of books is set in PEI. Okay, so there's nothing incredibly unique about these mussels other than being able to get them from a kiosk in a theme park. They're tasty and an awesome portion size with a thick buttery bread to dip in the broth, and while this might not be the best thing we had at this year's festival, it definitely deserves a place on our list. Also at the Craftsman's Courtyard, we're giving props to the beef Wellington. This is on our list again for another year. In 2022, this was at the Artist Table booth, and it has shifted spots. This dish features mushroom duxelles, which I had to totally just Google to figure out how to say that, prosciutto and puff pastry with red wine demi-glace and baby vegetables. The beef is cooked really nicely, totally just falls apart, has a great flavor, plus the puff pastry is a wonderful flaky situation. The mushrooms, tasty veggies, demi-glace, good additions to the dish all give that savory note. Basically, it's a plate of savory goodness and you can't skip it. $8.50. Now, next up, we get a whole booth dedicated to Figment this year, complete with a gorgeous rainbow cake that comes topped with freeze-dried Skittles. What? I know, I don't get it either. Anyway, this is at Figment's Inspiration Station at the Odyssey. This was sort of like a zebra cake, but better. The cake was wonderfully moist thanks to all those layers of icing in there, and it wasn't overly sweet. The freeze-dried Skittles were a little strange in terms of consistency, but were nice when combined with the cake, I guess. And this is one of those rare instances when the food tastes as good as it looks. You can get this one for $4.75. Heading over to the deconstructed dish, we're gonna talk key lime pie, my friends. This is made with a flexible key lime curd. What? Key lime? These are the kinds of things you get at Festival of the Arts, my friends. Flexible key lime curd? What is going on? It's key lime mousse, basically. Graham cracker cake and meringues. This is $6.25. It's also part of the wonderful Walk of Colorful Cuisine. Of course it is. You get 5 of the 7 designated items on that list, and you get a free prize, which is a cute little art palette cookie that can be picked up at Deco Delights. The mousse here is nice and tart, as you would expect. The graham cracker cake goes well with the dish as a whole. It's tasty, it's refreshing, it's fine for when things start getting a little toasty in Orlando. If you're a key lime pie fan, then definitely try it this way. But key lime pie isn't the only deconstructed dish making our returning best list this year. The deconstructed BLT is back yet again. This year the dish is made with pork belly, soft poached egg, onion bread pudding. Oh, this sounds amazing. Watercress espuma, and tomato jam for $7. The pork is typically tender and juicy, the tomato jam works really well with the other components, and the dish as a whole strikes an awesome balance between sweet and savory flavors. Now, we're gonna stick around this booth one more time. This next item is a returning dish to the festival, but wasn't on our Best of the Fest list last year. The deconstructed French onion soup was a bit of a disappointment in 2022, but in 2023, it blew us away. In 2022, we were hoping that by popping the ravioli, a bunch of soup would come gushing out, but that simply didn't happen. Still, it had a nice rich beef flavor and caramelized onion. This year, despite it still not being a true soup dumpling basically, we found that the inside of the ravioli was packed full of flavor, particularly onion, and our reporters loved it. It was creative, beautiful, delicious, everything farts should be. Moving on to El Artista Hambriento, the hungry artist. Buckle up, folks. This booth is coming in hot with some incredible dishes. First up, we've got the new carne asada. This features chipotle marinated beef sirloin, sweet potato puree, crispy fried onions. It's priced at $10. The meat was cooked perfectly medium rare. It had a lovely grilled flavor. The onions were a bit more caramelized than crispy, and the sweet potato puree paired really nicely with all the other flavors and added that touch of sweetness to counterbalance that savory. If you like sirloin, this is a no-brainer. Add it to your list. Same booth, the huarache de champiñones is made with guajillo chili and corn masa huarache with pinto beans, oyster mushrooms, nopales, queso fresco, and pea tendrils. And this is priced at $7.50. And folks, it is one of the best things we've ever eaten at an Epcot festival, ever. Hands down. Did you hear that? This is incredible. The guajillo chili is wonderfully smoky, not too spicy. It goes really well with the earthiness of the mushrooms. Plus you got the crunch from the cracker, the delicious queso fresco, and the corn and other ingredients, just creating a really great mix of flavors and textures. And finally, from this booth, the flan de coco has coconut flan, guava sauce, and whipped cream. It's priced at $6.50. These flavors created a great combination of creaminess and tanginess, plus the coconut shavings added a nice crunch. We got no complaints about this one. Our next item takes us to Pop Eats for a new grilled cheese creation. This has pimento cheese, bacon, and fried green tomatoes, plus it comes with that little tomato soup in a can. The soup is on the savory side, mild, creamy, perfect for dipping your grilled cheese into, plus you get to keep the cute themed cup. While the classic grilled cheese sandwich paired with the soup, another option at this booth, is tasty, this elevated new grilled cheese takes things to another level. There's a bit of spice, not heat, just spice, from the pimento, and all the flavors pair so well together. But take our advice, dip that grilled cheese in the soup. It's a partnership here, and the elements combined are what make this a star. This one's $6.50. Next, we're headed to Deco Delights, the decadent Valrhona chocolate. This is made with dark chocolate mousse, chocolate brownie, and cassis mousse, and it's a steal at $5. It's as tasty as it is beautiful. The brownie is moist and fudgy and the mousse is sweet, which balances out that dark chocolate ice cream really well. Combine that with the tart raspberry sauce and you've got a real winner. Just be aware that the purple gloss is sweet and tastes sort of like fondant, but has a jelly texture, so watch out if that's a weird textural thing for you. Over at Vibrante Vivido, the spicy ajiaco soup has guajillo and arbol chili spiced chicken, potato, avocado, corn, and creme fraiche. It's priced at $6.50. This returning item wasn't on our Best of the Fest list last year, but it made it on the list this year. It's packed full of flavor, the corn is delicious, it's wonderfully warm, and it actually delivers on those spicy flavors. Sometimes spicy Disney food is more mild, but this has more spice in the best way possible, and is priced at $6.50. Next up at Vibrante and Vivido, chorizo and potato empanada. This is a must-get at the Festival of the Arts. It is served with turmeric aioli and annatto aioli, and is a wonderful walk of colorful cuisine item too, so it'll help you work toward that prize cookie. It's deliciously spicy, there's lots of potato, the serving is huge, and the aioli it comes with is outstanding. This gets a big A+ from us. We have a feeling it could please a lot of you out there. Also at the same booth, Vibrante Vivido, passion fruit mousse. This is served with dragon fruit jam and is gluten and wheat friendly, plus it's one of the cheaper-ish items at $5. Not only is this treat gorgeous, it is a delight to eat. Passion fruit is the predominant flavor, so keep that in mind if you're not a fan of fruity desserts. If you do like fruity sweets though, trust us and get one of these. You can thank us later. Now, moving on to the sushi donut. This is a longtime favorite at the Goshiki booth in Japan, and for good reason. This is a donut-shaped sushi item featuring salmon, tuna, shrimp, cucumber, and sesame seed over a decorated plate of wasabi aioli, sriracha aioli, and eel sauce. It's a popular pick that is particularly fun because of its shape, plus the colorful nature of the sushi donut makes it awesome to photograph. In terms of taste, when we've had it in the past, the fish has been really fresh and it practically melts in your mouth. Plus, the spicy sauces add that great layer of flavor. It's $8.25. Over in France, of course, we've got to talk about the warm, creamy brie and that house-made bread bowl. Seriously, what is not to love? This dish has been a winner for us year after year. We were thrilled to see it return. Basically, if you love melty cheese and bread, get it ASAP. It's a festival favorite you cannot miss. $9.75. And if you're looking for a cool, delicious, and refreshing drink to enjoy at the festival on a hot Florida day, we've got it right here. The frozen French martini, also at L'Art de Cuisine Française, is a returning favorite made with Grey Goose vodka, vodka Chambord liqueur, pineapple, orange, and grape juices with lemon lime foam. The combo of flavors is lovely here, results in a sweet, refreshing drink that's easy to sip on as you stroll through Epcot. It's $15. And we've made it to one of my favorites of the festival, the sipping chocolate flight at Artist's Table. This hot chocolate flight comes with white, milk, and dark chocolates for $9. It's delicious, it's thick, it's creamy, perfect if your Florida day is not so hot. Remember, it does get cold sometimes in the winter, even in Florida. Plus, you can kick things up a notch by getting the Symphony and Chocolate Flight, which comes with Mozart chocolate liqueurs paired with the sipping chocolates for $13.50. This reminds me of getting that super thick hot chocolate when I was in Spain, and it's almost like you're drinking a melted chocolate bar. You just need to spend a little time alone with it. Now, brand new at the Artist's Table, if you've had the hummingbird cake from Homecoming in Disney Springs, you likely know just how incredibly delicious this treat can be. So when we saw that there was a hummingbird cake at the Festival of the Arts, we had to give it a try. This is a banana cake with pineapple, coconut, pecans, and cream cheese frosting with banana sorbet. It's priced at $4.75, and it is everything. It's on the sweeter side, but is so good. The pineapple tasted like there was a brown sugar element to it. The fruit was fresh. The cake was light and fluffy. It was a joy to consume. Just be warned that the sorbet served with it melts quickly, so you're going to want to eat that fast. And another favorite, wild mushroom risotto at Gourmet Landscapes. If you love mushrooms and cheese and deliciously savory flavors in general and wet rice like I do not overlook the wild mushroom risotto. This has been a long-time DFB favorite. The dish is served with aged Parmesan, truffle shavings, and Zinfandel reduction, and it's worth every penny. It's wonderfully rich and thick, and pair that with the mushroom flavor that really comes through the delicious Parmesan cheese, you've got a winning dish. This one is $9.75. Next up, we're headed to Pastoral Palate. It's the red wine braised beef short rib, my friends. This returning short rib comes with parsnip puree, broccolini, baby tomatoes, and aged balsamic. It's priced at $8.50. It's a wonderfully hearty and filling dish. The short ribs were full of flavor, not too salty. The red wine glaze was awesome. The parsnip puree was creamy, and when all combined together, made for a delicious bite. The broccolini could have used a bit more salt, but other than that, this was a standout. Now over at the Italy booth, we've got the ravioli ai funghi. The Italy booth has served up another surprise entry. Typically this booth falls a little flat at festivals, but this wild mushroom stuffed pasta with truffle butter and truffle pearls hit the spot. It has a strong mushroom flavor and a powerful truffle aftertaste, so be sure that you love mushrooms mushrooms and truffles before trying this one. Just be aware that it is a bit expensive for what you get, $9.25. All right, we've made it to our superlatives, our best booths, our best dishes. We're gonna save our best booth for the end, but we're gonna start with our most anticipated booth, Figment's Inspiration Station at the Odyssey. Because, well, it's a booth themed to Figment, and of course that booth will have some imaginative dishes, like a cake and drink topped with freeze-dried Skittles. The fruit pizza here, a slice of watermelon topped with compressed cantaloupe, berries, and berry balsamic, was definitely interesting, but that rainbow cake was the clear winner. You'll also find the returning Popped Art, which is a sugar cookie with blueberry filling. This used to be at Pop Eats in years past, and there was a good filling to shell ratio, and the shell itself was cakier than shortbread-like. We liked it more than the lunchbox tarts at Woody's Lunchbox in Hollywood Studios. You've also got 3 new to the fest ciders and a rainbow beer flight at this booth, so this has got something for the kids, those drinking around the world, and those who want to try something a little more unique and very colorful. Speaking of the kids, let's talk our best of the fest for the kids. First up are the Joffrey's Coffee Festival drinks. Now that doesn't mean we want you to give your kids coffee. That's your prerogative, but that's not what we're going to recommend. If your kids love sweet drinks, there are quite a few that'll probably make their day at the festival this year. The Amber Frost drink at World Discovery near Mission Space. That's got a blend of frozen lemon ice, a splash of Minute Maid premium lemonade, blood orange, and orange popping boba pearls. Basically, it was an extremely sweet lemonade with a touch of tanginess. The Jade Frost is another good pick. This is made with frozen lemon ice, a splash of Minute Maid premium lemonade, green apple, and green apple popping boba pearls. You'll also find magenta and cerulean frost slushy drinks at the other Joffrey's kiosks. Basically, each Joffrey's around the park has a different color slushy drink, so your kids will probably pick color rather than flavor. These are $6.39, or adults, you can get a spiked version for $13. And of course, that jumbo chocolate chip cookie you can find at Refreshment Outpost and Refreshment Port. If you want something that's going to keep your kids a little bit entertained, the Artist Palette Jumbo Cookie is a decent choice. In terms of taste, it's a regular standard chocolate chip cookie, so there's nothing special about that, but it is a good thing for those with picky palates. But it's the design that really wins for kids. It has differently colored paint icing on it with little paint brushes, so kids can have a blast coloring their cookie before they devour it. This is $5.50. Now, the grape smoothie with freeze-dried Skittles at Figment's Inspiration Station at the Odyssey. This drink definitely has a strong artificial grape flavor, so be warned. The best part about it, though, is you get to keep the souvenir Figment cup it comes in, so let your kid drink the smoothie and keep the cup for yourself. $5.50. And over in the Italy booth, if, like the cookie situation, you've got a little one that likes paint and creativity and likes cheese, then check out the mozzarella frita at L'Arte de Magier. This is a flash-fried, breaded, fresh mozzarella with artist palette condiments and is priced at $8.25. Basically, it's a fancy cheese puck with toppings that is a create-your-own-art project. The presentation is fun, though it is expensive for what you get. Still, if you have a little one that likes cheese and sauces and art, this could be a fun buy. Moving on to our best plant-based items, we're going to talk about the Carrots 3 Ways at Tangerine Cafe, Flavors of the Medina. When it comes to plant-based items, this one is always a big winner. The Carrots 3 Ways dish features chermoula spiced grilled carrots, pickled carrots, and carrot ginger puree. It's a plant-based item that is also gluten and wheat friendly and a great pick for plant-based eaters. When we've had it in the past, the grilled carrots have been really flavorful, but also pretty spicy, almost to the level of being difficult to eat, so watch out. Pair them with the carrot ginger puree to balance the flavors a little better. That puree really has been the star of the dish with its smooth texture, and then there are the pickled carrots, which have been sour and tangy with a strong vinegar flavor. Plus, they're typically a bit spicy and crunchy. Overall, we think the flavors and textures here are really interesting and make for an exciting plant-based dish. $4.25. And the plant-based bratwurst at Refreshment Outpost is our most satisfying and substantial. If it's a satisfying and substantial plant-based eat your after, head over to the Refreshment Outpost. You're going to find the plant-based bratwurst with spicy turmeric aioli, coffee barbecue jackfruit, and slaw. It's $9.50, making it a bit on the pricier side, but it could be a great one for plant-based eaters to try. The rich coffee flavor of the jackfruit balanced out nicely with the sweet slaw, plus the brat was soft and had a good flavor. If you aren't a plant-based eater, know that the texture of the brat might not be what you'd expect or enjoy, so be warned. The turmeric aioli was mild in a good way, and we felt like it was well spiced. It's a great option to fill you up as you search for plant-based eats around the festival. And we've made it to our Best of the Fest festival booth. We've got 3 runners-up and 1 winner. The first runner-up is Moderne. This is new to the festival this year. It's been bringing the really good eats. The new angry crab dish was a standout, as was the returning pan-seared scallop. They're both things we'd totally get again and have each earned their place as individual Best of the Fest items. items. The Tropics dessert was another delicious entry, though not quite a Best of the Fest standalone dish. It was deliciously creamy and tart and moist. Our only complaints, the compressed watermelon tataki was light and refreshing, though not necessarily a standout. And watch for the wasabi on that one. And the watermelon Mary drink was very strong on the vodka. We were not a big fan of the mini boba in there either. Still, overall, this booth was a big winner and one we think you'll want to check out. Next runner-up was the deconstructed dish. This booth proves if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The deconstructed BLT, the deconstructed key lime pie, big favorites of ours, and they delivered once again this year. Plus, that deconstructed French onion soup, despite not being a true soup, was absolutely packed full of flavor. Though the drink here, the deconstructed apple pie a la mode, has been a bit bizarre in the past and not our favorite, the 3 food items here more than make up for that. If you want creative, uniquely presented, and delicious food, stop at Deconstructed Dish. Next runner-up, Vibrante and Vivito. There are so many good booths, we can't help but add one more runner-up. This one really delivered on the flavors again, despite it having all returning dishes. The empanada is wonderfully spicy and flaky, the soup was amazing and had even more spice to it than it did at last year's fest, and that passion fruit mousse was delicious, light, tasty, perfect. Combine that with the frozen pina colada, the passion fruit daiquiri, and the coconut and passion fruit smoothie, you got a great booth. But this next booth has beat them all. El Artista Hambriento, the hungry artist, wins our Best of the Fest this year. This booth featured 3 new food items in 2023. Each one was an absolute winner. The carne asada had a wonderful grilled flavor, the huarache was one of the best things we've ever eaten at an Epcot festival, and the flan de coco was the cherry on top. The drinks didn't really wow us here, but if you want to know what the Haunted Mansion tastes like, you might want to try the Bonbon Margarita Marshmallow, or you can opt for the more standard citrus margarita, Las Californias. Still, the 3 food items here absolutely made this the very best booth. Alright, are you ready for a few festival tips? Opening day is always the most crowded, but if you can, avoid visiting the festival on the weekends, especially those holiday weekends coming up. Weekdays are going to see much shorter lines for food booths. And if you have the option to visit this festival after the first week, wait to get that merchandise then. Pack a tray, like a cafeteria tray, so you don't have to worry about juggling all those little paper food boats and drinks as you find somewhere, hopefully not the top of a trash can, to set down your food and eat. Also, have a plan of attack. Over at DisneyFoodblog.com, we've got free printables of all the dishes at this year's fest and a handy map to help you navigate the festival. Also, don't forget, we've got our brand new DFB guide to Epcot's Festival of the Arts you can find over at dfbstore.com. It comes with a full money-back guarantee, so if it doesn't help you plan, just let us know and we'll refund your purchase. And for all the info right at your fingertips, when you get to Epcot, don't forget to grab a festival passport as well so you can check show times and more. Want to see those Broadway performances but don't want to spend time waiting in line to grab a good seat? There's a dining package for that. Disney on Broadway Concert Series dining packages offer guests the chance to pair lunch or dinner, either a 3-course meal or full buffet based on location, at a participating Epcot restaurant with guaranteed priority seating for an evening show on the same date. Packages start at $57 for adults and $22 per child, but you'll also find same-day walk-up dining packages at Regal Eagle Smokehouse for just $34.99 per person. Spice Road Table offers a same-day sit-down meal for $44 per person. And you can catch Spaceship Earth's newest light show featuring Figment after it gets dark. It'll play periodically throughout the night. Alright, that's a wrap on this year's Epcot Festival of the Arts Best of the Fest. You can check out our full reviews of every single solitary booth, every single food picture, Best of the Fest or not, over at DisneyFoodblog.com. And be sure to sign up for our free newsletter to get the latest, most up-to-date information from the parks, like the dates for Epcot's next festivals or updates on all that construction in the center of the park. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.